All right. Second chance if you want to change. We can still go for Yuri, or we can go for one of the other two.
I mean, Yuri's cool and all, but oh my gosh, her vocabulary is like expert.
Well, we always have to talk to her sometimes. But yeah,
Yeah.
we talk to whoever we pick here. We're gonna talk to them more often.
I was actually kind of thinking of like making it like all three, like what all three of them have like
Well, 3 doesn't divide by 20.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's so even if you tie, the game will pick randomly for you. So you do need to go after one of them. You can't do all 3. Plus, we already saw Yuri's thing, so maybe if you want to try one of the other two.
Let's actually go with Natsuki.
You keep saying Natsuki. It's Natsuki.
Natsuki.
There you
I
go.
cannot pronounce her name. Why did you have to go with the hard name?
Well, no. Would you rather say Natsuki?
Nope.
Exactly. All right. So we have words here. So incongruent, summer, sticky, broken, sunset, nibble, disarray, graveyard, bubbles, infallible. Yep. We're going for Natsuki. So remember her personality and stuff.
I don't remember that well, but I'm gonna go with broken. I'm probably wrong, but
Broken.
yeah.
Oh, Sayori. Lollipop, cry, vanilla, fireflies, candy, massacre, grief, pout, vibrant, alone.
I don't remember Natsuki's personality.
Remember, she likes simple writing, remember?
Oh,
That's what she was fighting for?
So,
massacre and fireflies, I would say, is generally not what you want to go for.
I'm gonna go with grief.
Really?
Am I wrong?
Grief is darker, so I would say that's Yuri.
Oh. Then I'll just go with vanilla.
Vanilla? Perfect.
Yes.
Peace, skipping, entropy, or whatever, playground, sadness, scars, boop, ambient, inferno, and feather.
Let's try feather.
Feather? Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Hair, vertigo, ocean, joy, vitality, misery, insight, chocolate, comfort, tenacious, whatever.
I think hair is the simplest one here.
Well, it's also like cute things, because she writes about cute things. She doesn't like being called out on it, but she writes cute things. So before, one of the options was candy. That was 100% Natsuki, because she likes food, she likes cute things. So
let's try joy.
Joy. Say her again. Starscape, infinite, excitement, time, atone, raindrops, empty, uncanny, pleasure, tragedy. Actually, I think there's only one that goes with Natsuki here.
I'm gonna go with time.
90% of these are Yuri's. That's Yuri, by the way. Judgment, calm, disoriented, death, destiny, analyst, after image, captive, headphones, sparkle.
Sparkle. Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Why is yours?
I think that was Sayori that just jumped. But so I think I forget the words that were there, but I think one of them, I saw one of them. Desire, party, climax, parfait. Parfait is like a parfait is more of like a food thing, I guess. Cheer, charm, bouncy, nightgown, vivid, twirl. There's actually a lot of these that are Natsuki.
So, Yuri's is quite easy to find because
hers is like long words and complex words.
Hers is the.
Have you figured out Sayori's yet? It just seems like you're having trouble with Sayori and Natsuki.
She finds like simple and cute words.
Yep.
Sayori, I think.
Yep.
I think she's the happier one. Like chill, I think that'll be Sayori. So I'm gonna go with twirl.
That's her.
Yes.
Flee, amazing, wonderful, anger, vacation, hurt, poof, rose, vivish, or bliss.
I don't know. Poof.
Poof is like a cute word.
Yeah, I'll go poof.
Poof!
Poof.
Alright. Doki Doki, which means like cuteness or whatever. Giggle, puppy, special, universe, meager, love, swimsuit, agonizing, unending.
Let's do Doki Doki.
Doki Doki. Yep.
Doki Doki.
Lazy. Covet. I don't know. Sucks. Fluffy. Peaceful. Music. Adventure. Warm. Whisper. Fantasy. Fantasy, remember, is Sayori.
Yes.
Which we thought was Yuri, but it's not, apparently.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. Oops. That's her.
Yes.
Dance, defeat, eternity, hope, forgive, rain cloud, lust, waterfall, kitty, mouse.
Kitty.
That's her. Awesome, aura, determination, ribbon, pure, shopping, blanket, skirt, philosophy, and flying.
Skull.
Yep. Unrestrained, secretive, melody, whistle, whirlwind, marshmallow, heaven sent, flower, extreme, unstable.
Flower.
Nope.
Well, okay then.
I think, what... Shoot, I always forget the words right after. It was the two ones below that one. Clumsy, lipstick, wrath, question, whatever that word is, smile, papa, crimson, cage, frightening.
Let's try lipstick.
Oh, I skipped over lipstick. Oh. Yep, there you go. Milk, explode, sugar, essence, misfortune, email, silly, dazzle, breathe, kawaii. Kawaii is, you know what kawaii is? It's like anime cute stuff.
Yeah.
So, good call. Heartbeat, embrace, cute. Well, this one's obvious. Friends, the sound, intellectual, anxiety, horror, strawberry, sweet.
Cute.
Yeah, so strawberry and sweet are also both her. Clouds, fear, electricity, spinning, beauty, disaster, despise, contamination, nature, shiny.
This one's quite hard, actually.
I think there's only one that goes with her in this one.
I'm gonna go with clouds. That's probably Sayori, but...
You'd be not correct. Oh, I thought it was Sarah. Never mind. You're
It
right.
was Natsuki, yay.
Dark, fireworks, shame, play, laugh, engulf, family, loud, bed, extraordinary.
Play.
Play? Ooh.
Ugh.
Bunny, tears, vibrance, incapable, that, passion, frickle, prayer, pain, memories.
Bunny.
No, that's totally it. Rainbow, heart, hopeless, fester, cheeks, existence, holiday, marriage, treasure, hop.
Cheeks.
I think hop, rainbow, heart, and holiday are all Natsuki. Cheeks?
We can try, but...
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, I'm 90% sure we got Natsuki there. We did get a bunch of Sayoris though. So.
We got no Yoris, but...
So after two poems, do you want me to tell you everyone's things? Because I know all of them all. Or do you want to keep going with your own way?
Yeah, you can say them.
So, Yuri, you already know, is deep, complex, and longer words.
Yes.
Natsuki is the complete opposite. She wants cute and simple words. Sayori is the hardest one. She's the bridge between happiness and sadness. So she likes happy words, but she also likes sad words. So just keep that in mind. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting. Club meeting already. My God. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Ethan.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Because it's always the simple things with you. Because you're just a complete, simple, lazy person. My God, this guy.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
No thanks! That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. I just want to point out to all the people out there, never demand to look in a girl's purse.
Yeah, this is so weird.
This is no, that's not okay. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse, even if it's a coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How do you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, because you're fat and ugly. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Wow.
Wow.
They have not changed
You
this
are
part.
rude. Haha.
Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything.
Sure.
It was just something in my book.
Sure it was, Yuri.
Yuri, maybe. Tell Ethan to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford.
Accurate.
Yes, thank you, Yuri. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough.
Retribution.
Yes, that.
Also, I didn't realize we were in the bullying Sayori club.
Which is bullying, huh? Did I just... I didn't mean like that. I got too absorbed in my book.
So you were talking to us and reading at the same time? That's pretty impressive.
I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I had to accept the revulsion.
That says revolution.
Revolution, oh my god.
Retribution.
Make the words more... Well, it's weird more because this game's not for children, and children usually cannot pronounce these kind of vocabulary.
Yeah, usually above the age of 18 you can read. I mean, there's still some words that I have trouble with, so I mean, it's not...
Still come for you, Sayori? I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
What an odd thing to say. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
It's Natsuki, not Natsuki.
Can I just call her whole chicken nugget?
You're adding a Z in there for some weird reason. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Whop! Yeah, I guess so.
Ow. Was that a cookie?
Ah, so it was not somebody's hand.
A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my...
That says restitution.
Restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
Yeah, so restitution, I don't know what that means, but I know it's close to retribution. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Mumph, I think.
Mumph.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
Well, whose fault is that? You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki.
There you go.
Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
What?
I don't know. Mouth full, Sayori trots away. Is she a horse? Trots?
What?
Trots is usually referred to as a horse. Or trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glanced around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she died.
Yeah, I think she died.
Because that's what happens if someone.
I think she robbed a bank.
That's what happens when someone like leaves the internet for a day. They gotta be dead. I mean.
Or they robbed a bank.
Very specific. All right, you're up.
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today, like rob a bank.
Or die.
She's pretty popular after all. That's how she robbed a bank.
You don't think she...
Robbed a bank? Yes, I do think she did
died.
that.
She has, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. Oh, that was me. Whatever. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
So they both robbed a bank.
So they both robbed. You're so strong-willed.
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika.
That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. It also looked... I think it's supposed to... Oh, okay. I saw a T there. I'm like, what? I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ethan. Yoga pose again!
Yoga pose.
Activate yoga pose. Monika smiles freely. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori has somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approached her in case she needed a hand.
Uh-oh.
You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! She never puts any of my stuff in the right spot. What's the point in keeping her collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes around the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things that you never really admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Aha, much better. Seeing a box set with one book's missing, people, is the word, is probably the most infuriating thing in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That's because I don't read. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Or I just don't read at all.
Can you even read?
You literally admitted that you don't read at all. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the clubroom door. I keep saying wanting to say classroom, but it's a clubroom. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was just your tone of voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ethan. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Sound familiar?
Yes.
It's exceedingly Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Actually, we literally can. We literally just did that with Yuri. Literally just yesterday. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scratches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. This guy's so weird. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how was it? Wow, it's been a long time since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Sound familiar?
Yes.
Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I just know you're gonna say it, or saying it. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's all entertaining. But later on, there's all this kind of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's really when it makes it good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. She's only using 2% of her power. It's gotta be it.
She's only using 2% of it.
Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, what does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. It just happens to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get back into something because it's in manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Even though I literally don't read. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I'd ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't gotten out of reading or grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes you a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. As you do. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Hmm? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe from here in the club room. Except Monika kind of is a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it, because I'm just the highest of, situations. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets exceptionally bad when... Ooh, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom is a rare experience. Whatever. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monika just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It wouldn't take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff down and carefully slip the book into my bag. Alright, poems again.
Let's try Sayori first.
Sayori? Alright.
Yes. Ooh, I like this one, Ethan. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Mm-hmm. Let me think. I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know. What? Oh, that's you.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Guys, so I just real quick, I want to save to pause, or pause to save, because it's actually storming where we are right now, so power going out would not be good. So we made it quite far, so let's save real quick. Did I read that? I think I did, yes.
Yeah. Me neither.
Ugh, why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too.
Yeah, so I said this earlier, but there she is saying it right there. So
Sometimes I like sometimes a little bit of both. Gosh.
yeah, it's full on storming where we are. Jeez. So a power outage might be imminent at this point, but we'll try to get through as much as we can. I think you read that.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy. Oh no, that's you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make it a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ethan.
I should go... Oh.
No, that's mine.
Gosh!
I should go write that down then.
It just sounded like something I would say or whatever.
Yeah. You can read my poem now, okay?
Alright. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck it out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it all in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Let me just keep going. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. I frantically pull them out from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each of my friends. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head.
That was a long one.
It was, yeah. It was all crammed together, so it was hard to tell where I had read and where I hadn't. Holy crap. Sayori, did you write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
She did say that.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monika taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy.
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright. Natsuki, Yuri, Monika.
Let's try Yuri.
Yuri?
Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Ethan. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem?
Absolutely not. It was garbage. Except for the fact that the person that I like it the most because it's hilarious. Like people could try it, but that's about it.
Or Sayori's, perhaps?
No, hers are garbage. We just discussed that with her. They're terrible. So, well, I guess you could say that.
I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything.
Yuri, I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job, as we saw yesterday.
I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind. It likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimidating exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Oh boy. Of course. Is it the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
The raccoon, it happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. Then the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and whatever, I don't know what that says. The moon ink. Yuri, you gotta work on her. I mean, her handwriting's probably fine, but for me, it's hard to read. Its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. Used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I banish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. I wish a rush of blood, classic, whatever that says, conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Oh my God, Yuri.
Gosh, your handwriting is complex, but
it's neat, but it's like cursive.
Yeah,
but I can't read cursive.
It's very fancy and neat, but holy frick, it's hard to read. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to
indulge
in my more usual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them so close to yourself?
Because they were embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Ethan?
Well, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other in our
Individualities.
Yes. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own realness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be
Ranting.
ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
You got it, Yuri. I just didn't listen to anything you just said.
What a great way.
Alright, Natsuki or Monika?
Let's do Natsuki.
You mean Natsuki?
Why do I do that?
I don't know. You just want to put a Z instead of the S. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this? Is that a compliment? No, I mean, you know. Natsuki struggles to find the words that she wants. I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all. Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one. Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No. I mean, so that's how it is. My poem is cute? No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me. Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki Doki. Really? It would only impress, you know, girls who like those kind of things. For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too, so don't forget who the real pro is. Amy likes spiders. You know what I learned about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Natsuki is truly the best at writing these poems.
Hilarious.
I love these poems. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people to realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk, like me. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. See, that's why I like Natsuki more, because her logic is stupid, but it's great. That's
So
funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about these things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I guess I doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like that. I wouldn't judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I just try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behavior and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. Oh, it's her. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Alright, last one is Monika.
Yes.
Hi again, Ethan. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy to see you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monika. Alright. I like it, Ethan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Haha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There's lots of poems or stories out there that have no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few words long. A few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like... So you're saying Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filter in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, exploding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. That noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, chorus, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. I don't know what that is. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just like it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote these lines really short makes it like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract or a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
I think she always tries to remind us to save the game.
Uh-huh. But she's a video game character. She shouldn't know that. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days.
What's the festival?
I guess we're about to find out. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're just gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much time, more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monika.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we've also gone to let anyone else come and recite their poems too. Sayori's putting out all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
Sayori plays Animal Crossing confirmed.
Yeah, she played Animal Crossing.
That's right. And and it's those reasons that we're doing this all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with the others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Sigh.
Nobody actually says sigh. That's just
sigh.
That's not how that works.
Or you should have just skipped it.
Well, she was saying it, so I had to read.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monika, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notepad and to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. These are new sentences, so I've never seen these before. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is it something natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monika.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah. You always fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called... Oh, that's you. I thought it was the text thing.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yep. That's what I thought it said last time. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she would practically refuse to do this. Why is she so suddenly putting it in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she incunates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give the Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow, I think.
Yep, My Meadow.
Aha. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori?
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were able to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't have thought much of it. When hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Oh, I can't read apparently. Sayori finished and we've applauded.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Ethan liked it.
Again, because I'm just the highest bar of appreciation.
I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work so quite well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki? Humph. Don't make me go before Ethan. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ethan lower everyone else's standards a little bit before I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, make me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your own writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Well, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki gets out of her chair and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when it's spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, so it gives life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of your other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be much easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it comes to my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea for what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I've been making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. I think I just read that as Natsuki, but that was supposed to be me. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's already too late. It doesn't have to be like your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Yoga pose! It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know how the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll definitely do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika. Then I'll do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Ethan. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already been changing. But today Sayori is being a little more quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Natsuki asks to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Nope, twist again. I would walk home with Natsuki. I would still walk home with Sayori.
Poop. Wait, Natsuki actually asks us to walk home?
No, she's saying if Natsuki asked us, would we walk home with her instead of Sayori, or would we walk home with Sayori instead of Natsuki? She's basically saying, who would you choose to walk home with you?
I'll go with Natsuki.
Yeah?
Yes.
Walking home with Natsuki, huh? What does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down.
Isn't she so cute and fun to be around?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club has a replacement for you, or is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me into such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away, Who knows what will happen in that? What will happen that time? All right, on to poems again.